Alright, with the much awaited five-door Thar, the Thar Rocks has finally arrived, and the much awaited measure of having a Thar was actually, will Thar be now a family car? And this question would be answered by Mr. Rajesh Jujurikar. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Is the Thar a family car now? Because three-door Thar would actually, the ingress, egress, and stepping in, stepping out, darwaza aag piche karo, was a bit of a problem. But now with this five-door Thar, do you think it's now a complete family car, and the buyers of a typical mid-size SUV would now shift to the Thar?
Yeah. Firstly, thanks for being with us on here in Kochi for the launch of the Rocks, and especially today's Independence Day. And Thar and many of the Mahindra products are about exploration, freedom, and that's why we like to do these. And I'm glad you're part of the freedom drive that we did. This product is designed to be a mainstream product. Now, when you say mainstream product, of course, that includes families, but it also includes people who want to go out with friends and have fun. So, it's not a mobility solution. It's really a lifestyle vehicle which any household can now say, this can be my only car. You're right that for Thar three-door, very few people will take that as the single car in the house. It was the additional car, your second car or third car. Whereas this can be the car because it is the SUV. And it's the SUV because it maintains all the lifestyle. So, when you say family car, the word lifestyle doesn't come to your mind. But this is lifestyle. And the whole family can enjoy the lifestyle. The kids will enjoy it. We've improved the ride a lot. It's now best in class ride, comfort, noise levels. We have a panoramic sunroof, and we have all the latest technologies. So the latest technologies are like Adrenox, ADAS, Harman Kardon system, and like the panoramic sunroof we spoke about. So I think we're bringing a lot at a very good price.
Also, sir, India considering being a price-sensitive market, the three-door Thar was actually 1 lakh or 2 lakh rupees cheaper than the present model of five-door. I understand the perks and the tech come with the price, but don't you think the higher-end value of vehicles would probably be a little compromised? Do you think demand would be the same at about 18 to 20 lakh segment? People would go for the Thar as well.
Yeah, so we have products for every segment. So our prices start from 12.99, they go up to today we have announced 18.99, and then a few more variants are to be announced. So it is actually going to give every customer the ability to choose what is important to them and what price point they can afford in between or what works for them. So it really gives a lot of flexibility to customers on where they want to buy. There are people who, and we know many people, who have got in touch with us, who have the ability to buy products way, way more expensive than this, but are waiting to buy this. So they will go for the higher end version or the top end version. But there are others who are waiting and saying, I want this to be my main product in the house because we love this lifestyle and this kind of offering. They'll buy something in the 15, 16 lakhs. Okay. So in a way, it will take on the mid-size SUVs in a very direct way.
Right in the morning, when we were listening to you, you were actually aiming now with the new five-door SUV, the Thar Rocks. You want to capture the SUV market in India. That will take some time. How much time are you anticipating for Thar to really capture the Indian SUV market? Because you have good competition here. And what timeline are you looking at to be a substantial portion of the Thar?
So when we firstly think about the Mahindra SUVs are already number one by revenue market share and number two by volumes. Yeah. So what we were talking about today morning is what role can the Thar portfolio play. Okay. So if you were to think of how can Thar be the largest selling SUV priced at more than 12.5 lakhs. Today, actually, one of our products, Scorpio, is the largest selling SUV in that segment. And in the top five, we have two, Scorpio and 700. So we would like to get Thar there. And over the next 3 to 5 years, we think the Thar portfolio is, because a very strong brand. I mean, it's a brand which just excites people so much. There's so much passion and excitement around it. And we think, with the right product, we really are leveraging the brand fully.
Also now, Mr. Jejurikar, I'll shift my focus towards the numbers part, sir. 15% growth is what we saw in the past week, sir, that the company reported. What are you attributing this growth to? I know there was a con call that happened, details were out. Could you just review it for the viewers as well? What is really contributing to the growth of the company? And we saw good growth when the whole industry is growing single digit. The company overall is about 15 to 18 odd percent. So what are you attributing that to?
One is the launch of the 3XO, which we did in April. That's doing very well. We are saying that for the full year we'll have mid to high teens growth. And one of the reasons for that, of course, is that we know that the Thar Rocks is coming in. So we'll have two very strong new products. We are also seeing now good momentum again on XUV 700. So all our products I think will grow at a reasonably good pace.
Right. Also, what kind of volumes are you looking at with the Thar and the 3XO both combined? And especially we have the festive season beginning very shortly. Any volumes number could you give us? There?
Unfortunately, we giving a volume number right now will be a guidance, but we are setting up a capacity for Thar portfolio right now of 9,500, which will be somewhat fungible between the 3-door and the 5-door rocks.
Right. Sure. Also, with my last two set of questions, the commodity prices have been softening in the previous quarter as well, which also led to good growth numbers for various OEMs. How are you anticipating commodity prices globally and especially in India when the semiconductor shortage has also a little bit softened? Do you think this will further ease out the prices for the cars and subsequently be helping you and the consumers eventually?
It is very hard to project commodity prices as it is to project stock market. So, you're best off not trying to project
Okay.
and, go on the go. So, we'll see if the commodity prices go up, we'll adjust, but otherwise, we'll wait and watch. But at least the prices have been reasonably benign in the last few quarters.
Right. Okay. And the EV plans remain on track. FY26, you had announced about 1 lakh EV manufacturing capacity. Does that remain? And any other good news could you give us by when EV could be coming out? Any information on that?
Yeah, the new Born Electric range of electric vehicles we'll do in the early part of 2025.
Okay.
And we're very excited about that portfolio.
All right, Mr. Jajurika, thank you so much for joining us. Mr. Jajurika, candid as always, speaking to Business Today TV on, nobody can predict the commodity prices as equivalent to the stock markets. Thank you, Mr. Jajurika, for joining us. Thank you.